Hi, my name is Richard Renner, and I do a show called Read All About It. The show is based on what I want to be when I grow up. Yeah, I want to figure out what I want. You're not looking at it, believe me. This wasn't the plan. 6 years of college, and this is all you got. So, okay, so where is a better place to go for new possibilities? The library. So I went to the library, and I checked out a couple books. And one of the things I always wanted to be was an astronaut. Yes. And I looked into it, and I found out all the famous astronauts are former pilots. So that's the route. That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be a pilot. So I went to the library, and I found a book just for that. It's called Flying for Fun. And it tells me everything I need to know on how to be a pilot. And I've read most of it, so I think I'm ready to start. So I want to show you what kind of pilot I would be. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Autopilot. That's right, I'm a good pilot. I can fly high, I can fly fast, and sometimes I can fly in a plane. I got a plane. Let me show it to you. It's great. I just got it today. Air brakes. Yeah, so I've read this book, and it's told me everything I need to know how to be a pilot. And let me show you what I've learned. It's so awesome. Okay, so there's a couple things you gotta do before you take off. First thing you gotta do is check the plane. Yep, it's still there. Then you check the flaps. They're working. Then you check the altitude. Still on the ground. It's time to get going. Okay, time for takeoff. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, I'm flying. Whoa, it worked. Oh, okay, it gets better. It gets better. No. Yeah, I'm not your normal, average kind of pilot. No, I'm a stunt pilot. Yeah. If you see me flying for Delta, you better get off. Yeah, no, so the best trick I can do when I fly is I can juggle and fly at the same time. Let me show you. Let me... Uh-oh. I forgot to check the luggage. Oh no, it's probably on its way to St. Louis by now. Okay, well, no problem. I know what I need. I need a ground crew. That's right. I need 3 volunteers. But wait. Not everybody. It takes 3. Wait, hold on. There's a couple qualifications and some papers you got to fill out. Okay, now, to be a volunteer in this show, you have to be learned beyond your years. You have to be able to accept adult responsibilities. And you must be heavily insured. Must have been the responsibility part. Okay, those who don't want to participate, hold up your hand. That didn't work. Okay, I'm gonna start picking you. Are you guys ready for this? You young lady, come up here. Oh, you don't even have to get up on stage. This is low effort. I want you to come up here, stand right here. All right, somebody else, let's see. Oh, we've got an eager volunteer. Okay, stay right there. Come up here, stand right here. And another one, come on up here. Come on up here and stand right here. Let's give him a round of applause. Yes, we're gonna get a participation trophy at the end. Okay, ground crew, look at me. 10, hunt. Now, this is a very dangerous mission which you have volunteered for. It could mean possible loss of life, possible loss of limb, and embarrassment in front of this whole audience. Are you ready for that? Good, okay. So what you're going to do, I'm going to give you each 1 juggling ball. There, and there. And when I get on the plane and start flying, you're going to toss the ball up to me. Okay? You're not going to throw the ball. This isn't a carnival game. There's no stuffed animals. Okay? Okay, you're going to toss the ball up to me. Got that? I'll catch it, and I'll start juggling. Perfect. Now, as I said, this is a very dangerous mission. And whenever I fly a dangerous mission, I never fly without a net. But Annette couldn't be here today. So I'm going to have to find someone else. Someone. Now it's your turn. Get up here. Someone eager to please. Come on up here. You get to be on stage. You get a starring role. All right, right here. Now, I don't care what your name is, because today you are Cadet Annette. Now, we have not met yet. Is that correct, Annette? Correct. All right, there's your net, Annette. Now, it's going to be your job to catch anything that falls. That includes me. I bet your mom said you'd be a good catch someday. No, really? Well, now's your chance to prove it. Okay, Annette, are you ready? Okay, ground crew, are you ready? Oh, I'm not ready. I gotta get on the plane. Hey, look alive here, soldier. Come on, this is real stuff. Okay, all right. First thing we gotta do, check the plane. Got it, okay. And we check the flaps. Okay, and we take off. Oh, check the attitude. Altitude. Attitude's good. Okay, altitude, still on the ground. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Okay, cadet number 1 with the yellow ball. Toss the yellow ball to me. You can do it. Wow, excellent job. Give her a round of applause. Go take a seat. Thank you very much. Go take a seat. It's okay. Your job is over. Okay, ground crew member number 2 with the blue ball. Toss the blue ball to me. Good job. Go take a seat. Excellent job. Okay, pressure's on. Okay, she's stepping back for the pitch. It's up. It's in. All right. Oh, no. Oh, I almost fell, Annette. Really? Really, Annette? Can I count on you? I think we're going to have to talk about your level of commitment. Okay, Annette, here we go. Okay, get over here. Get with the net. Okay, here we go. Juggling and flying at the same time. Whoa. This happens every time I fly. I throw up. Whoa, Annette, here, quick, Annette, quick. Good job! Woo! Annette, thank you very much. Thank you, and thank you, ground crew. Another excellent job. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so being an airplane pilot sounds like fun. But all that time spent up in the air made me think just how to get these things up in the air. Planes and rockets and all sorts of stuff. And I thought, who figures that out? Scientists. That's even better. I'm going to be a scientist. So I went back to the library and I found the right book. It's called The Joy of Science by Dr. Ida No. And in here it tells me how to conduct experiments so I can find out what I don't know. You know, answers to what I don't know. All it takes is an experiment to figure these things out. And I want to show you what kind of scientist I would be. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Ida No, and I am here from the Institute of Intergalactic Anti-Gravitational Studies. What does that mean? We're trying to break the law of gravity. That's what that means. Imagine if you could break the law of gravity anytime you wanted. Yes, you could jump up and never come down. Fish would float up out of the river. You could catch it with your hands. You could go to space anytime you wanted to. So, at the Institute, we have developed anti-gravitational devices. and I'm here to present to you one of those devices tonight. Observe. Anti-gravitational device 1.0. Oh, don't laugh. This is millions of dollars of research right here. Yes, this anti-gravitational device, when hot air is properly applied, will defy the law of gravity. All we need is some hot air. Don't worry, I got plenty. Okay, allow me to apply the hot air. Wrong way. She said they didn't put any instructions in this. Okay, we'll try it this way. It worked. Brilliant. You might have a career in science. Yes, this is anti-gravitational device number 1.0. Now with the hot air properly applied, I can demonstrate how it's going to... Oh no. Yeah. It's just a few tweaks here. There we go. Okay, now, with the hot air properly applied, I can demonstrate its anti-gravitational property. There, okay. As I was saying, getting it under control is another thing. There. I think I finally got it. Now, once we have it under control, we can have it under control. It's stuck. Okay, so a little more research might help. No. Oh, good. Okay, so now that we have it under control, we can see that our gravitational research is a bust. Oh, thank you. I don't applaud, just send money. No, so that concludes my demonstration to you, and I'd like to remind you all that if you have any possibilities in your future, the place where they start is your local library. Thank you very much. And thank you, everybody. I will be over there on the table next to Mr. Stinky Feet as well. You can visit us both right over there afterwards. I do a show called Read All About It. I've been a featured performer in Iowa for many years, been at the Fun Forest stage at the Iowa State Fair, right behind the butter cow. I'm sure you know where it is. So please come and visit me. Thank you.
All right. Our next guy coming up is somebody I have not seen before. The way he's dressed up and stuff, I mean, I've seen it on television shows and stuff like that, but I've never seen it in person and stuff. Quite good. His name is Jeff Beal. He goes by the real Beal. He's with his beautiful wife, and I did not get her name, so I put her name.
Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. She's got a good voice, too. Anyway, they're going to come out and do some fun stuff for you guys, so let's give them a huge round of applause for the real Beal.
A minute. There we go. So yes, I am Nancy, and that is Jeff. We are the real Beals. We're from Oskaloosa. Yeah, all right. So we're glad to be so close to home today. If I could see your faces better, I could maybe see some people I recognize. But anybody here from the Oskaloosa Library? Aha, I see a hand over there. Nice to have you here. Well, She said, we are a one-man band, but he plays all the instruments, so he is the band. I get to sing along a little bit. So I guess that's the instrument I play. I sing a little bit. And we'd like to mention we do kids shows, but we also do shows for adults too. So I know some of the libraries have programs for adults, and so we like to do those too. We do fairs and festivals, so it kind of fits in well with what we do. All right, so we're going to start off. We just had lunch, so probably still a little full. We're going to start it off slow. Now, how many of you have a dog at home? Oh, wow. Looks like about everybody does. Okay, so what I need you to do for me in this next song is when I point at the audience, I just need you to go, arf, arf, or woof, woof, or bow, wow, or however your dog barks. No. Don't confuse people. Okay, so just watch for me to point at. Let's practice one time, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hey, that's really good.
Pretty good part.
That's the hometown crowd for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, they've got dogs, they know what they sound like.
That's right. Okay, here we go. How much is that dog in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that dog in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If he has a dog, he won't be lonesome, and the doggy will have a good home. Okay, get ready. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I read in the paper there were robbers with flashlights that shine in the dark. My love needs a doggy to protect him and scare them away with one bark.
Whoa!
Whoa, that's scary.
Did you?
I don't want a bunny or a kitty. I don't want a parrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishies. You can't take a goldfish for walks. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. Okay, big finish. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy, I do hope that doggy, I do hope that doggy's for sale. Thank you. Very smartly too, by the way. Okay, now are you ready to count? We'll test your math here a little bit.
How high can you count? Who can count to 5? All right, good. Hey, who can count to 10? Oh, not as many hands.
We got a smart crowd here.
Who can count to 15? See, they're getting fewer and fewer hands. Either that or they're getting bored. So you say, this is stupid. Why are we doing this? Okay, so we're going to count to 18. We're going to count the wheels on the big wheel. You ready? All together now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig. And rolling. I think there were some kids out there that weren't counting. So we're going to have to try this again. Ready? Yeah?
A Roman walks into a bar. He says, "I'd like 2 martinis." Is it Viva?
Well, we stole that from Richard.
Yeah, Richard Renner.
Thanks, Richard.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to do a little bit of the hokey pokey. I know that dates us a little bit, but
So now, are you ready to get up and move a little bit?
that's right. After lunch? No? The kids would be a little more enthusiastic. We understand. We're going to start with the right foot, okay? Oh. Now you're all familiar with how the hokey pokey works, so if you're not, just watch your partner. You put your right foot in, you put your right foot down, put your right foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Ready, here we go. You put your left foot in, you put your left foot out, put your left foot in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Now use your right hand. Kids are usually very interested, curious, and fascinated with it. When I was a kid, and I wanted to know how everything worked, how the engine in the car worked, how a submarine works, what makes a boat float. And so I was fascinated with mechanical things, and I would go to the library and check out books and read up on how that stuff works. So I kind of developed a love of mechanical devices. I don't love them so much when they break. But so anyway, when I saw this done somewhere, I was fascinated with it, so that's why I built it. But I worked the kick drum with my right heel, like that. That's the dog leash attached to the spur.
The real spurs on his shoes.
And then the hi-hat, that's those two cymbals that come together. I like to explain that because when I started doing this, I didn't know what a hi-hat was. But that's those, I worked out with the left heel, and I have it coordinated with the snare. And then I've got an extra stick for the neck of my guitar. I can make a crash cymbal sound by hitting the hi-hat, releasing, and I've got a splash cymbal mounted over here. Anyway, that's how it works. It's simple. Anybody can do it. So we got one more we're going to do real quick for you. This is a parody. That's a little bird.
Very colorful bird.
Yeah, bird, very colorful little bird. No, it's a parody. It's a song we wrote about from another song that we do in a more adult show. So we like the tunes that we wrote a song for the libraries. Just take those old books off the shelf. Listen to the rhythm all by myself. This is the one that you do see. Make the world is good for me. Gonna learn about there. Go be the book about the choo-choo train. And what about dinosaurs? That's what real love is for.
maybe we'll get to talk to you a little bit later over in the conference room over here.
Way in the back.
Way in the back. So.
Let's put them way in the back.
All right, so have a great afternoon, everyone. Thank you.
Great job, guys. Very good. Did you see the monkey in the drum? Yeah. I didn't know if you said that part. I was watching him yesterday, and I'm like, oh, there's a monkey in your drum. He's like, I put it there. Yeah, it's me. Our next performer is another magician. Tim Stolba actually owns the only Iowa magic shop. I don't know if you guys know that. It's in Cedar, Moved to Marion.
Moved to Marion now.
And but it's the only one. So if you guys are looking for stuff, he's got that kind of stuff in his shop. Does a great job with it. Tim's also a great magician. He was at the Illinois showcase they had last year, and it was busy all summer long. But I kept watching him on Facebook. He's at all these libraries and stuff. Did a great job. Did a great job yesterday. Let's give it up to Mr. Tim Stolba.
Thank you very much. How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Great, great. Got some great performers here today, don't we?
Yeah.
It was fabulous yesterday watching them all, and I'm kind of sitting behind the scenes today. But thank you. As he said, my name's Tim, and you'll notice that there's almost nothing written about me. Maybe nothing. And that's because I found out about this a little late, so no worries. The information will be in the final bit of information that you guys get out after the showcases. So. I want to see by a show of hands. How many of you still like to go to the toy store? Oh, quite a few hands. I know that may be Best Buy for some of you. I picked this up a while back. I like things that are very colorful, albeit this one is a bit confusing, so follow along with me if you can. I have a white pom-pom here, a red pom-pom here, a yellow pom-pom here, and a blue pom-pom here. I found I could have a lot of fun with this. If I pull on the white pom-pom, it pulled on the red pom-pom. So I pulled on the red pom-pom, it pulled on the white pom-pom. So I pull on the white, I pull on the red, I pull on the red, I pull on the white, I pull on the white, I pull on the red, I pull on the red. After about half an hour, things got a little boring. That's when I began to wonder what would happen if I pulled on the blue pom-pom. So I pulled on the blue pom-pom, found it was connected to the red pom-pom. So I pulled on the red pom-pom, and it was connected to the blue pom-pom. So I pulled on the blue, I pulled on the red, I pulled on the red, I pulled on the blue, I pulled on the blue, I pulled on the red, I pulled on the red, I pulled on the blue, I pulled on the blue. Again, after about 30 minutes, things got a little mundane. So I remember that red one, it's connected to the white one. So I pull on the white one, it's pull on the red, I pull on the red, I pull on the white, I pull on the white, I pull on... It only took me 5 minutes to lose interest that time. That's when I realized I was leaving something completely out of the picture. If the white's connected to the red's connected to the blue, what's the blue connected to? What's the yellow connected to? Well, I found the yellow's connected to the blue as well. So if the blue's connected to the yellow, the red's connected to the blue, the white's connected to the red, that must mean the yellow's connected to the white. I was starting to become a bit confused. I deducted if that were all true, then the red would be connected to the yellow, which remember is connected to the white, which therefore would be connected to the blue, which is connected to the yellow. Are you confused yet? Because I became even more confused when I found out they aren't connected at all. Alright, it's time to bring somebody up to help out here. So do I have a volunteer to come join me here on stage for something kind of fun and simple? Yes, come on up. Let's give her a round of applause.
A new volunteer.
And what is your name?
I'm Jenny.
Jenny. All right, Jenny. I have a piece of rope here, Jenny. If you would check this out, make sure it's a good, strong piece of rope. You can tug on it, you can step on one end, pull on the other, maybe do a little jump up. Actually, don't. That's a little short. We don't need any decapitated librarians today.
It's normal, but I'm suspicious.
Well, you keep checking that out. I have some painted colored circles here. With a little bit of imagination, these could be anything that you would like them to be. These could be donuts. They could be cookies. They could be wheels. They could be bagels. They could be painted wooden circles. Jenny, what would you like them to be today?
I'm pretty fond of wheels. They go round and round.
Pretty fond of wheels. They go round and round. The bus goes up and down. So, did you check that rope out there?
I did.
It is. Do you have a favorite colored wheel?
Pretty fond of the orange.
The orange, all right. So what I would like you to do is take that piece of rope. I want you to put one end right through the middle there. It's okay, I'll help. There you go. Hold both hands up together. So we have your orange wheel stuck on this good, strong piece of rope. Jenny, which color would you like to use next?
White.
The white one, all right. So I want you to take both ends this time, Jenny. Right through the middle there. We're going to thread those through.
I struggled with one.
Yeah, there you got it though. So the white one's stuck on top of the orange one, which is stuck on top of the good strong piece of rope. So which one's next?
Black.
Black. Okay, we're going to use the black one. Do the same with it. And you're going to be a pro at this. Last but not least, we have the green one. There you go. So we have the green wheel stuck on top of the black wheel, stuck on top of the white wheel, stuck on top of the orange wheel, which is stuck on the good strong piece of rope. Now I learned as a Boy Scout that a square knot is a good strong knot. And that's what I need here in order to complete this strong circle, is a good strong knot. So that's my Boy Scout square knot right there, just like that. So if I take this and I put it over my neck, just like so, I can't get these three off because your favorite orange wheel is down here at the bottom, and I can't get them off this way because, well, my big fat head is in the way. So short of cutting off the orange one, cutting the rope, or cutting my head off, we can't get these three off. So Jenny, if you would, stand right here for me. Face your friends in the audience, hold your arms out in front of you. Great, I'm going to put this over your neck just like so. I'd like you to bend these at the elbows. Great, hands up, shoulders back, and just a little head straight, perfect, just like that, Jenny. You know why I had your hands out there like that?
I have no idea, but I'm really concerned.
In case I really pull hard on this rope and your head falls off, you can catch it that way. I wouldn't do that to you, Jenny. The only other reason that I might have your hands out there so that you can hold on to the white wheel, the black wheel, and maybe even the green wheel, because we got those off without cutting off your head, cutting the rope, untying the knot, or removing your favorite orange one. Thank you. Now I'd like to do something for you that you've never seen before. A card trick. Here, if I can toss these out to you. I want to hit you in the forehead, honest. Right through the hands. Good. That's okay. What I'd like you to do is take the cards out of the box, if you would there. I'd like you to pick out 6 cards. They can come from the top, the middle, the bottom. It doesn't matter where they come from. It doesn't matter what their face value is. Just so long as you have 6 cards. I can help with that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can go slower. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Once you have 6 cards, put the rest of the cards back into the box for me. All right, and that's the hardest part, is getting them back in there. Close that little flap, toss those back up here to me if you would. Well, you're gonna just bring them up here. Okay, so what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna take these. Really? You think it's that funny? Here, I got an idea. We're gonna have you put those back in here for me. Just put them in there anywhere. You're probably not gonna buy this today. It's because of the color, isn't it? So just set them on top there. I don't want to touch them. So the other night after the show, a guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, I didn't get to see. You know what? I was giving you a little bit of a hard time there. I hate for you to give me a hard time. Do you mind if I count these? Do you mind?" No. Oh, okay, I can. Okay, thank you. So wait, let's count these real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 comes after 6. 6 comes after 5. That's 1 too many. All right. So now the other night after the show, a guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, I didn't see that trick that uses 6 cards." And I said, "Well, why not?" He says, "As you can see, I'm kind of a short guy. My wife, she's pretty tall, and I can't see. She tells me what's going on." But we got into this huge argument earlier. She was over here, and I was over there, and she wouldn't tell me what was going on. So can you show me that trick that uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards? Now, there's some skeptics in the crowd that night, so I'd like you to come along with me like I had to come along with them. 1, 2, all together, please, everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I can tell there's somebody here who still can't believe what's going on, so for you, we'll count these one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wasn't sure. I think you were right. I was wrong. Can I have that one back? Thank you so much. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This never was a very good trick anyhow.
Great job, Tim. All right. 3 cards up here if you guys would like to.
Yeah.
So we're like 3 people away from the
Carol?
Whoa!
We're going, guys.
The wind's blowing, so.
The library is not held responsible for incidents. We're missing just a few people. Is it Janelle or Lorraine here? Janelle Armstrong or Lorraine Bailey? Okay. Lorraine, oh, that's right. Yep, okay.
We are
That's
so
right.
close
Sorry,
to breaking the record.
We're close to breaking the record, so we're just seeing if we were missing anybody. Myra Hansen? Couldn't make it, okay. Michelle, an S-C-H-L-U-E-T-T.
I'll find your name. Shit. So
Yeah, oh, that's I couldn't read because we wrote it. You're right. That's right. That's why I couldn't find it because it was right there. Okay, good. Perfect. And Jeannie Walters? Sick. Okay. That was it. All right. We just want to make sure we got everybody just in case we broke the record.
Actually, very big turnout, guys. Very big turnout.
Backstage sound.
We also did that yesterday. Set up the sound equipment for everyone to use, which is very nice. So, and we're expecting him to do it tomorrow. How much time do you need? Okay. I think I've been trying to get Chad in the showcase for a couple of years. He's just been very busy. Do you recommend it? Somebody recommend it to me.
We were trying to remember, like, maybe like 2012.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
But when you guys see people, send them my way. I'd be glad to bring them to the showcase for you guys.
I'm grateful.
Do a great job for them. We're very grateful to you.
Oh, thank you. I will do my best. All right, I think I'm ready.
Huge round of applause. This guy's a great artist.
All right, my name's Chad Elliot. I also go by Wilderman. I pull up in my van and kids are like, "There's the Wilderman Elliot." And so I went by this moniker. I was putting together all the things I love to do. I love to make art, paint, draw, and I love to make music and write songs. And I love to read and write. So I put them all into my book, which is called Wilderman's Treetop Tales. There's also an album that goes with it. So you can listen to music, you can read the stories, and you can also admire the artwork. So I don't have my easel with me. Sometimes I get ideas from kids and I draw and paint characters, and then we make up a song right there on the spot with that. But I'm going to go ahead and share a few of these songs real quick. This is the first one. It's called Deep Woods Jam. I wrote this song taking out the garbage. I was out there taking out the garbage one night, and I was wheeling this big stinky garbage can to this curb. And I heard music way off in the distance. And it got louder. It got louder. And it was a car stereo. But I was imagining if I was 6 years old again, and I followed that music deep into the woods. This is what I imagined. Deep woods. I gotta get my drummer working. All right, we're working. Outside tonight, if you go to the edge of the yard, over the hill, if you stand still, you can hear it if you listen real hard. There's music from somewhere out there, somewhere out deep in the pines. If you follow the sound way up from the town, here's what you might find. Well, muskrats on guitar, wolves on the washed up bass, fox on the fiddle singing, hey diddle diddle, or bears banging on an old seal, raccoon ripping on a reel, old owls hooting fast as he can, where all the birds sing like the first day of spring, stumbled on the deep woods jam. You guys want to jam out with me? But when I it's the old cowbell. A field mouse squeaks on the bucket of leaves while turtle taps the log on his shell. Tell me, what are you gonna play? The reeds or the old tin can? You can take your pick. Start real quick, I'll swap them at the deep woods jam. Well, muskrats on guitar, wolves on the washtub bass, fox on the fiddle singing hey diddle diddle, while bears banging on an old suit. Raccoon ripping on a reel, old owl shooting fast as a kid, where all the birds sing like the first day of spring, stumbled on the deep woods. Yeah, let's jam out one more time, ready? You got all ready? All right, so I'm gonna have you guys sing along with me if that's okay with you. You want to sing along? Okay, I'm gonna teach you a song. It's really easy. It's about tree houses. Since we're doing tree top tales, I'll tell you a little tale about a tree house. I had no tree house when I was a kid. The end. No. I had a tree house, but it was down the street at my friend's house. We'd go and stay at my friend Chris's house. I always wanted a tree house. I had a backyard and had a tree that just went like this. And then went one little branch. And I used to crawl up in that branch. I was the saddest little kid just imagining a tree house around me. And this is what I imagined. All these animals that I could stuff up in that tree house. Dogs, cats, bullfrogs, even a bear. Now I was thinking, wow, that would be really cool, but the real tree house is at Chris's house. So I'd go over there and we'd stay up really late, telling scary ghost stories. And I was kind of scared of the dark. Anybody here scared of the dark? It's okay, we're among friends. I was scared of the dark as a kid. And I would get to telling these ghost stories. And Chris would tell the best ghost stories. They'd just scare you. And I'd try and sleep. And I couldn't sleep. I'd be sitting there imagining all these monsters and creatures of the night. So I thought, maybe Chris would believe me if I just say, it's kind of cold. So I'd nudge him. He'd be snoring. I'd go, Chris. What do you want, Chad? I said, it's kind of cold, isn't it? It's July, but it's really cold. I think there's a cold front. And he was such a good friend. You know, some friends, they tease you when you have a fear like that, when you're scared of the dark. But you know what Chris did? He said, you're right, Chad, it's kind of cold. Let's go inside. And he never said a word. He didn't tease me about it. He didn't make fun of me at school or tell any of the other kids that I was scared of the dark. That's a good friend, right? We got to help our friends out when they have fears like that. So I really thank Chris. He's still a good friend to this day. We'd spend all this time in the treehouse if my mom said it was okay to go over there. It's called Treehouse. I'm building a treehouse in my backyard. And then it goes, I'm building a treehouse in my backyard. I'm building a treehouse in my backyard. Won't you come play with me? Okay? Really easy. That's the chorus. Ready? Let's try it together. You want to try it? Yeah. All right. And it's okay to clap during the chorus. But maybe just sing it the first time. We'll practice it. It goes like this. I'm building a treehouse in my backyard. I'm building a treehouse in my backyard. I'm building a treehouse in my backyard. Won't you come play with me? Good job. That's a real song. It'll hold 9 dogs, 33 cats, 55 bullfrogs, 27 bats, 95 butterflies will be flying through the air. Baby, just one grizzly bear. Everybody sing, ready? I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. Won't you come play with me? You guys got good angel voices. Librarians, who'd have thunk it? And if my mom says it's alright, maybe I can stay tonight. I'll bring my sleeping bag and zip it up real tight. We'll stay up really late, telling tales about ghosts, 'cause those are the tales we like the most. Let's clap along this time, ready? I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. Won't you come play with me? Beautiful. Well, and if one of us gets scared, we'll both go inside. We don't have to be embarrassed at each other's side. 'Cause you are the best friend anyone could find. I got your back, you got mine. Really loud this time from the treetops. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. I'm building a tree house in my backyard. Won't you come? All right, well done, guys. All right. I'll do one more, but I'm going to need your help again on this one. What do chickens sound like? Oh, man, that was good. I'm going to give you the key word. It's fence. Okay? When I say, why don't you put up a fence? You're going to make that noise. Okay, we're going to practice. You're my chicken choir now. It's okay if you get really into it. Somehow you're going to want to flap your wings. And usually if you're sitting crisscross applesauce, you'd be on a nest. But I won't make anybody do that today. But you can flap your wings right there in your seat. You're like a chicken. And we're going to go, why don't you put up a fence? Now go ahead and buck. Really loud. Really loud. And then when I do this, silence. Oh, one more time. Why don't you put up a fence? Best chickens ever. All right. I'm gonna see if my chicken works here. Okay. Oh, that's a baritone chicken right there. Now, there's a painting that goes with this. I don't have it on a picture here to look at, but if you want it, there's a book over on the table. It's probably page 4, I think. 3 or 4. There's chickens running everywhere. And off in the distance you see this farmer just screaming because guess who was hunting the chickens? A fox. Yes, the fox was in the corner smiling. I wrote this as a poem. Anybody know what a poem is besides a song? Me neither. It's other than the music. I write a lot of poetry and I write a lot of songs, and sometimes those poems turn into songs if they rhyme or if they don't rhyme. This one I sent to my son, and it was a poem. You want to hear the poem first? Yeah. Okay, it goes like this. Thank you. I'm glad you really want to hear that. The fox is fast when he's chicken picking. You could try to time him with a clock that's ticking. But even as you read these rhymes I've written, with each page you turn, his pace is quickened. So you can fret and fuss while you stay sitting. Get so mad that your teeth start gritting. But you'll still have some missing chickens. So why don't you put up a fence? Oh, you got this. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. All right, here's the song. Here we go. Be ready for it, just like you were right there. In music, chicken picking is a certain kind of finger picking. You use your fingers. Sometimes it's on electric guitar. Kind of has a chicken sound. Well, the fox is fast when he's chicken picking. You can try to time him with the clock that's ticking. Even as you read these rhymes I've written, each page you turn, his pace has quickened. So you fret and fuss while you stay sitting. Get so mad that your teeth start gritting. You'll still have some missing chickens. So why don't you put up a fence? All right. Got a stray chicken. Nobody was flapping their wings, though. We're gonna do it faster. You want to do it faster? All right, let's do this faster. Let's see if my fingers can work that fast. There it is. Well, the fox is fast chicken picking. You try to time it with a clock that's ticking. Even as you read these rhymes I've written, each page you turn, his pace has quickened. So you fret and fuss while you stay sitting. Get so mad that your teeth start gritting. You still have some missing chickens. So why don't you get your wings ready? Put them fast! A round of applause. Yeah. All right, my name's Chad Elliot. I do have download cards with that song that you guys just participated in on the table out there. Free download cards. Just go ahead and grab them. Thank you again for listening.
Thanks, Chad. From now on, we'll kind of be slowly taking stuff off the stage for our last act in as much room as we can. Our next performer, we've had the Grout Museum here before, but they have a new contact person. Whenever they have a new contact person, I like to bring them so you guys can meet them and see. Sloan is the new contact person. She does a great job, actually. She did a great job yesterday. And she seemed very nice. I've had some talk with her about science and stuff. And,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to get out of your way. And just take her a couple minutes to get set up here. She does say that in the summer they have a couple people that they hire to go out, but she said she's very particular on who she's going to get, so I like to hear that. That was good information for me.
Thanks for being patient with me as I set up.
Watch out for that bed.
I know. This thing is heavier than it looks, and I was joking yesterday that I should really lift weights for my job now because
You ready to go?
I think so.
All right, guys, let's give Sloan a huge round of applause. Okay, just concentrate on her.
Yeah. Hi, well, like you said, my name is Sloan. I'm the new Science Outreach Coordinator for the Grout Museum District. By show of hands, has anybody had a program from us before? Aren't you so good to know? Maybe a few of you that haven't. Well, when I say new, I'm in my 5th week, so I am very new. But I'm super excited to be here. I worked in outreach in the past, and science is something that I've really grown to love. As a kid, I felt so intimidated by science, and I felt science is only if you're really good at math, or science is only if you're super smart. But you know what? Science is for everybody, and so whenever I do a show, I think that it's super important to get that audience engaged and for kids to feel like science really is for them. So I try to get kids super excited and to make them realize it's not just about numbers. There's so many cool things you can do with science. So today I'm going to demonstrate for you some experiments from our most popular program at the Grout Museum District. And then I want to talk to you about maybe a program or two that you could incorporate for your summer reading program theme. All right, and I may need a few volunteers today, so hopefully some of you are feeling ready for that.
doer's jar. All right, hopefully you can all see this, and hopefully you can all hear me. If you can't, I apologize. I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can. But what do you see happening here?
It's boiling.
Okay, you can see some boiling. What's all this? Steam. So, do you think my liquid in here, because it's boiling and there's steam, do you think it's hot or do you think it's cold? Hot, yeah, because we're taught that if you see something boiling and there's maybe steam coming out of it, that it's hot. But actually, that is not the case. In here, I have a super cold liquid. You can tell because the title of my program is called Super Cold. This is called liquid nitrogen. And before working here, I've never worked with it before, but honestly, it's not as intimidating as it looks. You can see that now it's starting to just simmer instead of boil. Liquid nitrogen is one of the coldest substances that we have on Earth, and actually, it's colder than any physical place that we have on Earth. Even the South Pole in Antarctica doesn't even reach negative 200 degrees Fahrenheit, but can anybody guess how cold my liquid nitrogen is in my jar? And it's okay if you're not right, you can just shout it out. Yeah. Negative 250, try colder than that, but good guess. Negative 400, you are very close, it's in between those.
350.
Negative 350? Well, at boiling, it is about negative 321 degrees, and it actually freezes at negative 346. So the coldest place in Antarctica doesn't even reach negative 200. This substance is colder than any physical place we have on Earth, and actually, it's as cold as the surface of Pluto. And I know that Pluto's not technically a planet anymore, but I'm a 90s kid, so I always think of Pluto as a planet.
Totally a planet.
Yes? Anybody agree with me? Yes. Yes. Whenever I do science programs, we talk about planets. I always mention Pluto, and I have a bunch of kids say, I don't think it's a planet, Miss Sloan. Well, I still think of it as a planet. But my liquid nitrogen is as cold as the surface of Pluto, which I think is really cool for kids to see that we can have something that cold here on Earth, and we can work with it. So today, I want to do some experiments and show you what liquid nitrogen can do. Now, I asked a lot of kids, how could we test just how cold liquid nitrogen is? So what are some ways that we can test?
Thermometer.
What was that?
Thermometer.
Thermometer. A lot of kids ask me, Miss Sloan, can you just touch it and tell us how cold or how warm does it feel? Well, if it's to the point where it's boiling and giving off steam, I'm probably not going to want to touch it, right? Just like if I were boiling pasta water and it was boiling and steaming, I'm not going to want to touch it because I could hurt myself. But in the name of science, I have made a model hand out of a rubber glove, and inside it just has air. So I'm going to dip this in. And I don't know if everybody can see it, but I will take it out in just a second. You can hear it start to crack. It's sunken in. And I can actually take my glove and crumple it up into pieces. So that's how cold it is. So if I were to dip my hand in here, which there are some people that definitely have dipped their hands into liquid nitrogen, it would about freeze my hand solid. I don't want to do that because it's that cold. But this is a good way to demonstrate to kids, even though it's really cold, it's probably not safe to just go ahead and be in contact with. There's some other things that we can do. So, is there a racquetball player out here in the audience by chance? Maybe, maybe not. All right, well, I'm not a racquetball player either, but I'm a kid at heart and I love a good bouncy ball. Is anybody there with me? Yeah. All right. So, right here, my ball is bouncing. What do you think is going to happen if I dip this in my liquid nitrogen?
It's going to freeze.
It's going to freeze? All right, well, let's dip it in there and see what happens. So I'm going to let this guy cook. You can see when I blow into it that I get a lot of steam coming off of it because my breath is warmer than the liquid nitrogen, so it's reacting to my breath. Sometimes make a lot of smoke come out. A lot of kids say, oh my gosh, this is magic. What are you making? Well, I like to tell kids that science is like magic. We've had a lot of magicians here. Science is like magic, but it's real. So I'm going to let my racquetball cook just a little bit more. So what do we think is going to happen to my racquetball when I take it out? Just shout out some guesses. We can be I think it's going to, I heard somebody break. What else do we think might happen to it? Shrink. It might shrink. Okay, that's a good hypothesis. Do we have any other guesses while my racquetball cooks a little bit more? I want to make sure it's good Okay, why do you think I wouldn't be able to consume liquid nitrogen? Okay, it freezes. All right, what are some other guesses as to why I couldn't eat this? Well, does anybody think I could? Does anybody think I could consume? Okay, why do you think I could consume it?
You seem really tough.
Oh, good. Please tell other people that. I would love that. I don't think you saw me trying to lift this thing, so I'll take that. All right. What are some other reasons that you think that I could maybe consume this? Yeah.
I've consumed it before.
You've consumed it before? Yes. I know that we've got a lot of liquid nitrogen foods out there. Okay, so when you consumed it, what happened? Did anything
cold?
You were cold?
My breath was foggy, like
Okay, your breath was like foggy, kind of like in the winter when you step outside and you can see your breath. Okay, but did you get hurt from it?
I'm still alive, so
You're still alive? All right. Well, do you think if because I'm going to be honest, I didn't eat all of my lunch. I'm still kind of hungry. Who else gets hangry if they don't eat? I'm going to be honest, I totally get hangry. I look nice, but we all need to eat. So what do you think would happen if I were to take my snack, which is some crackers, and dip it in liquid nitrogen? Do you think it would be okay for me to eat?
No.
Yeah? All right. Do any of you want to try that with me? All right, well, there you go. We're going to take out my cracker ball first. I want to see if we are past the point of not passing. Yeah, come on up. We're going to do crackers here in a second. I totally need a volunteer. Let's see what happens. So it's definitely still smoking. Kind of looks like a comet, but I can still work with it. Feels like glass. If I were to leave this in any longer, it would probably shatter. And that has happened before. But what's really cool about it is that kids will see it shatter. They'll see that it's still frozen. It looks like glass. But then later they'll go back to it and it's thawed out. Kind of like if you freeze something, like a steak, and then you leave it out and then it goes back to normal. You can actually pick up the shards of your racquetball and they're bouncy and rubbery just like normal. So it's kind of cool for kids to see that. If I had a little bit more time up here, you would see it shatter. But for the sake of today, we're just going to see that it doesn't bounce and it kind of takes a different shape and its matter changes a little bit. But I'm hungry and I have a volunteer that wants to eat with me. Does anybody else want to give it a go and see if we can eat a cracker? Yeah, come on up. If you want to try it, come on up on the stage with me. I promise I don't bite. I do. Yes, multiple people are hungry. All right, Rick's up here.
I want to do it.
All right. So I'm going to take some crackers. Let's see. How many people do I have? Oh my gosh, I made some friends today. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. I'm going to grab some crackers out of here. Now, do you want me to try it first just to make sure that it's safe? I know. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you because we all need librarians. So I'm going to take my cracker. I want to make sure it's good and coated. If I'm going to do a liquid nitrogen cracker, it's going to have some liquid nitrogen on it. Is anybody worried for me secretly?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got a few that are like, I don't know about this. This could be a show that's gone wrong. All right, well, I think that's good enough. I'm going to take my cracker. Scoop. Dragon. What's so funny? Dragon. There's something on my face. Do I look like a dragon? I didn't see it, so I'm going to have some of you try this. And I'll see if you turn into dragons. Who wants to be my first volunteer? Come on up. Let me cook the best cracker for you ever. There you go. Pop it in your mouth. She does look like a dragon. All right, cool. Well, I will make crackers for all my other volunteers. So this is a great program that kids can work with a substance they don't typically see. I know we've got a lot of liquid nitrogen restaurants or foods that are kind of a fad right now. But where do you guys think that you can get liquid nitrogen? Do you think you can get it at a supermarket? Probably not. I actually have to go to a welder. I made friends with a welder for this job. Never thought I would do that. He supplies my liquid nitrogen for me. Yeah, it's a substance that kids may have heard of. They're probably not going to work with it a ton. So it's really cool that I can bring a substance to them that they maybe haven't seen before. And I can show them all the cool things that they can do with it. One cool thing that we do sometimes with this program is make liquid nitrogen ice cream, which I always make friends with that program because kids love ice cream. But in this super cool program, we'll actually
I do, yep.
There you go. Oh, I gotta make one more cracker. So sorry. Don't worry, those little meals that I cook are super quick. Because I'm coming off my college days. So slowly but surely I will make longer meals. Now this is just one program that we do. Obviously kids love liquid nitrogen. This is a popular program in the summer because it's cold, and when kids are super hot they want to interact with something super cold. But we offer a variety of STEM-based outreach programs, and we make it easy because we bring all of the supplies to you. Either myself or an outreach assistant in the summer would do a program for you. So really, you just have to supply the location, and we'll come and we'll put on the show, and you can just sit back and enjoy yourself. So you really don't have to worry about all of those details. In the summer, we do create a specific demo every year that is a new demo. There you go. I promise my hands are clean, by the way. Totally. We create a demo every summer that is specifically themed. Got dragons behind me. We create a demo every summer that is a new demo, and it's specifically themed around your summer reading program demo. So this year we are unveiling our demo in October, so get excited. If you're on Library Talk, I'll totally talk about it on there. But otherwise, we have a variety of outreach programs. Check out our website. It's groutmuseumdistrict.org. You can find my contact information on there as well, and I think it's on your welcome sheet when you came in today. But if you have questions about outreach programs, don't hesitate to reach out. I promise I don't bite. I don't think I've bitten anybody up here. And I'm always happy to help. I have a lot of librarians that have already contacted me, and they've said, we looked at your outreach guide, we love it, we want to do all of these different programs, but obviously the cost to do 4 or 5 programs is huge, can add up, and we're a nonprofit, so I totally get being on a tight budget. We're able to customize a program for you so that it can fit your needs in an hour. So if you came to me and said, gosh, I really love parts of super cold, but combustion is also speaking to me, and I love grossology, I would be able to take parts of each of those shows and create like an hour show for you that's customized to the experiments you want to see. And so that way it fits your needs. So I'm totally happy to work with you guys. And the last program I want to just talk about today is that we do have an inflatable Star Lab. I know that some of you have already talked to me about that. Yes, our Star Lab is able to go wherever you are. It's usually an hour show, but it's an inflatable dome where kids are able to crawl inside and see the night sky projected inside the dome. And it'll actually be the constellations that they would see during that month. So if you booked me in July, you would see constellations in July. If you booked me in September, it would be the September night sky. And then we talk about some of the mythology and stories behind those constellations. So it's really cool for kids to connect with that, and then when they go home, they look at the night sky and they say, there's the Big Dipper and there's Orion, and they are able to point that out and have that confidence. So we do offer a lot of programs. Please check us out. Again, my name is Sloan. I'm with the Grout Museum District. And if you have any questions, I will be in that room. So thank you.
Farris. I brought him to the Illinois showcase last year, and he did a fantastic job. And I asked him to come to this showcase, and he said yes. So he does a really, really good job. Very interactive. He's slow at plugging in, though. Yeah, it's tough when you have so many people. All right, I had my timer going for a little bit, but it's out again. It's out, yeah. We'll trust you to do 15.
Check.
And we're live. Almost. Gotta get my guitar.
Kevin's got a concert coming up in Jacksonville, Illinois with Duke Otherwise. You guys had Duke last summer. And then there's another gentleman that's going to be performing with him that I'm not familiar with, and we can check him out. Kevin, very good. How much more time do you need? Half hour. Great. These guys do not mind waiting. They have nothing else to do anyway. All right. I know. Lots of good people this time.
Check 1, 2. Hi, guys. Hello, hello. So I'm gonna try to go quite quick. My name is Kevin, and this is my world of infinite possibilities. And I'm gonna share a story with you guys that I wrote called Prince K's Rock and Roll Adventure. And it's partly on these storyboards back here, but usually on stands, not leaning up against curtains when we play the libraries. Let's jump right in. Can I get a drum roll, please, in your laps? The main character of our story is Prince K. He's got the K on his shirt there. Can everybody say hi to Prince K? Now, Prince K lives in his kingdom with his father right next to him, the Mighty King. Can you guys say hi to the Mighty King? Hi. Now, Prince K longed for adventure. He wanted to see what was beyond the kingdom's walls, and he wanted to go on a rock and roll adventure. Who's ready to come with? All right, another drum roll. We're going to meet another character. The first character that Prince K met on his adventure, I don't know if the people on this side can see, but there's a little monkey over there. Can you guys see Marty the monkey? Can you say hi to Marty the monkey? Now, Marty the monkey loves using her imagination. Who likes to use their imagination? Wonderful. You guys are great at using your imagination. Now, Prince K was a little bit scared of thunder. Is anybody else scared of thunder? Oh, my dog's scared of thunder. So, together, Prince K and Marty the monkey used their imagination, and they sang a song called Bowling Alley Sky. They pretended like every time they heard thunder, it's just a game of bowling in the clouds, and it goes like this. Feel free to dance if you want, if you're feeling like getting up. Once you scared of thunder, you could find me under any place that I could fit into. Once I heard the story of Mother Nature's glory and the bowling alley sky, I thought that's cool. You see, when energy collides way up in the sky, it kinda sounds a lot like we are doomed. Don't you fret a bit, Mother Nature rolled a 7-10 split. So let's get up and dance, cause that's legit. Well, I once was scared of thunder, you could find me in or under any place that I could fit into. But once I heard the story of Mother Nature's glory and the bowling alley sky, I thought that's cool. Flash, then crash, boom, bang, electricity, my friends. Lightning strikes, whatever will we do? Don't you shake or quiver, somebody took a picture of Mother Nature and her bowling trophy too. Well, I once was scared of thunder, you could find me in or under any place that I could fit into. But once I heard the story of Mother Nature's glory and the bowling alley sky, I thought that's cool. Let's do this with our hands. What about the rain? It's gonna wash us all away. No, it's not. I'm sorry, but that just isn't true. See, blowing up the rain, cause Mother Nature won today. Instead of confetti, they throw water balloons. Can you guys throw water balloons? When I once was scared of thunder, you could find me in or under any place that I could fit into. Once I heard the story of Mother Nature's glory and the bowling alley sky, I thought that's cool. Let's clap it out together. I once was scared of thunder, you could find me in or under any place that I could fit into. You guys are doing great. But once I heard the story of Mother Nature's glory and the bowling alley sky, I thought that's cool. Give yourselves a round of applause. Good job. Now, Prince K conquered his fear of thunder by using his imagination. And on he went in his adventure. And the next character he met, drum roll please. Can you see the snowman over there? It's not Olaf, that is Stevie the Snowman. That's Olaf's cousin, that's what I have to tell them. Because every time I pull it out, they're like, Olaf! And I'm like, oh man, copyright. That's Stevie the Snowman. Now Stevie the Snowman, he can survive in the sun. He's magical, he never melts. And he loves playing outside. Who likes to play outside? Wonderful. We're gonna go on an outdoor adventure together, using our imaginations, right in here. So, I know, but do you mind standing up? Thank you so much. You guys have been through a lot today, I get it. Here we go. So when the music starts, you can groove until you hear the instructions. It's called the Outdoor Adventure Song. Everybody ready? We're going on a great outdoor adventure. Don't know what we'll find when we're together. Whoa, oh, oh. And that's alright. I said we're going on a great outdoor adventure. Don't know what we'll find when we're together. Whoa, oh, oh. Can you give somebody nearby a high five? Give somebody a high five. Now normally I'm out and about among the crowd, but we don't have a lot of room today. So we're gonna stomp our feet through the mud. Get your feet stomping like this. Here we go. So we're stomping our feet right through the mud. We're stomping our feet right through the mud. We're stomping our feet right through the mud, and then we stop. Everybody freeze. We came across a big giant mountain. How are we gonna get over? We have to climb. Let's do our mountain climbers. Pilates class, so we're good. We climb right over that mighty mountain. Climb right over that mighty mountain. Climb right over that mighty mountain. Then we stop, freeze. Now, everybody look, there's a big giant river in front of us. We have to hop over the river. Who's ready to hop? We hop right over that mighty river. Hop right over that mighty river. Hop right over that mighty river. Then we stop. Now we came across an old rickety bridge, and the only way is to go under the bridge. So we're gonna work our quads on this one. We're gonna duck real low if you can. We duck our heads underneath that bridge. Duck our heads underneath that bridge. Duck our heads underneath that bridge, and then we stop. You guys don't have to go to the gym after this, you're good. Now, my favorite one, we came across a big giant cave. We have to crawl. We have to crawl. No, I'm just kidding. You can pretend if you want. We crawled our way right through the cave. Crawled our way right through the cave. Crawled our way right through the cave, and then we stopped. Now we've got to get all the way back, but we're gonna run. We're gonna run in place through the mud. Everybody ready? Here we go. We're running our way back through the mud. We're running our way back through the mud. Running our way back through the mud, and then we stopped because we're home and we had a good time. Give yourselves a round of applause. Very good. Now, I forgot. This will be another movement song. We'll let it be optional though. You guys can do it from your seats. Now, Stevie the Snowman, he loves the outdoors so much and he likes to go sledding. How many people have been sledding before? He likes to surf on his sled. So he's kind of a surfer dude. He's a tropical snowman. This is a song called Sledding Faster Than the Speed of Light, so hold on to your rope. Don't fall off the sled. Here we go. Everybody ready? We gotta put on our snow boots. I put my snow boots on. I lace them up real tight. We're gonna hop in the sled and race down the hill faster than the speed of light. So jump right in and hold on tight. Hold on tight. The wind is howling and we're all set. Sled into the night. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. We're gonna lean to the left. Everybody lean to the left. Whoa! Now everybody lean to the right. Whoa! Now everybody wave to a friend. We're sledding faster than the speed of light. Here we go! I put my snow boots on. I lace them up real tight. You're doing great. We're gonna hop in the sled and race down the hill faster than the speed of light. So jump right in and hold on tight. The wind is howling and we're all set to sled into the night. Here we go, everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Here we go. We're gonna get real small. Everybody get real small. Now, optional, everybody stand up tall. You don't have to if you don't want. And I normally say, jump, 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 jump. Now everybody wave to a friend. He's sledding faster than the speed of light. If you're up, everybody hop on one foot. Everybody hop on one foot. Now everybody hop on the other foot. Now everybody wave to a friend. He's sledding faster than the speed of light. We know, put the snow boots on, you're doing great. I lace them up real tight. We're gonna hop in the sled and race down the hill faster than the speed of light. So jump right in and hold on tight. The wind is howling, we're all set to sled into the night. Give yourselves a round of applause. And Rick, I'll refer to you. How are we doing on time? Is he in here? Doing okay? All right. We'll play a song for you then while we're having a seat. You guys can catch your breath. Now, Prince K continues his adventure, and of course, the next character is hidden behind all the other ones, so we'll just use our imagination. Sammy Snugbug lived in a field. Prince K wandered into the field, and there were bugs flying everywhere. There were bugs in his teeth, there were bugs in his hair, there were bugs in his ears. You couldn't even see it in the distance. He saw a big purple bug, and it was Sammy the Snugbug, and she flew over, and he was shaking in his boots. And he said, "I'm kind of scared of bugs." She said, "No, it's good to be nice to the creatures and the environment that we live in." And so together they sang a song called Sammy Snugbug. And for this song, while you're having a seat, and maybe a coffee if there's a Starbucks nearby. Anybody? You guys can pretend like you're your favorite bug. So you can flap your wings, you can crawl, you can hop, you can do whatever you want, or you can sit.
Here we go.
Quit, bugging me, bug, give me the heat, to ugly bug. Crawl, so creepily, sneak, so sneakily, please just go away, you ugly bug. And the bug says, "Man, you just don't get it. You see, I'm running low on spinach, and you have some in your refrigerator door. And I just need a bit, and then I'll be done with it. And I promise that I'll never ask for more." Here we go! Quit, bugging me, bug, giving me the heat, to ugly bug. Crawl, so creepily, sneak, so sneakily, please just go away, you ugly bug. And the bug says, holy moly, what's a party without guacamole? I don't need a lot, I'm not that big. And if I bring it to my party, we'll all eat so hearty. And then we'll dance the buggy-wuggy jig. Let's dance it out, here we go. Quit, bugging me, bug, giving me the heat, to ugly bug. Crawl, so creepily, sneak, so sneakily, please just go away, you ugly bug. And the bug says, "That's not very cool. Hey, I ain't no fool. I'm just a bug hanging out in your house and I'm having fun. And every time I look around, you're trying to swat me up and down, so I think I better run." Here we go! Quit, bugging me, bug, giving me the heat, to ugly bug. Crawl, so creepily, sneak, so sneakily, please just go away, you ugly bug. And the human says, "Actually, it's true. It's not nice to be mean to you. After all, we share this world, oh yeah, we do. And if I look rather closely, you don't look so ugly. In fact, I'd say more snuggly. Woohoo! Here we go! You're not bugging me, bug, you're keeping me company, but crawl, so awesomely, sneak, so cruelly, please don't go away, snuggly bug. So you're not bugging me, bug, you're keeping me company, but crawl, so awesomely, sneak, so cruelly, please don't go away, snuggly bug. Give yourselves a round of applause. Good job, my friend. Prince K was having so much fun. Are we all set? All right. Does that mean good or cut? There's the gang. Thank you guys so much for listening. That's the abridged version. I'm in the back left corner. If you enter the room, there's a big white sign. Wonderful meeting all of you. Have a good rest of your day. And up next is David.
Yeah.
Have a great evening, everybody.
Our last performer is going to be David Fisher. We're going to make some room and clear this off. During this performance, he's going to ask us to shut the lights off. So it's going to go dark. We're going to close that door. I wouldn't get back up until we get the lights back on, just so you know. I'll be back here doing the switch. Katie's going to go up to the top switch up there. So we'll give him a few minutes to get set off here. Can I unplug some cords, Ken?
Yeah, I think what probably the fastest way to do this is just to take this ring back down where it was. Okay? So turn this off. And just leave it there separate.
All right. Okay, and And do the orange cord? Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought maybe one week.
Well, I changed my mind.
Yeah. Back. Hand up, room. Ready to go. Guys, David Fisher, he's been to the showcase before. He's fabulous. He's won all kinds of awards. He set a record on the Guinness Book of Records television show, if I remember correctly. Give him a big round of applause.
How's everybody doing this afternoon? Again, my name is David Fisher, also known as the Rope Warrior. I am here from Indianapolis. Some of you may have seen me before. On national television, I've been on the NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw, The Today Show, Good Morning America, Extra. Jumped with Donnie and Marie and Regis and Kathy Lee. I performed for Boris Yeltsin in Russia and for Presidents Clinton and Bush at their inaugurations. A few years ago, I was flown out to Los Angeles, as Rick said, to set a record on that Guinness World Record show. Most recently, some of you may have seen me on shows called More Than Human on the Discovery Channel, Ripley's Believe It or Not, and a couple seasons ago on America's Got Talent. So a lot of really exciting things going on. I'm also an author. I've written a jump rope book that just came out. Simon Schuster's helping with the distribution there. But I've written a series of science fiction superhero books called Adventures of the Rope Warrior. And if you're looking to tie that in with the space theme, we can do that kind of a thing. I'm also a singer-songwriter. And one of my new songs, Jump, just got picked to be in a national compilation CD along with Bill Harley and Danny Weintraub and other Grammy Award people, so that was really exciting. And the show itself is very interactive. Bring up lots of people on stage, and I will ask to do that in a minute. So I've got a bunch of different ropes to show you here. This rope is called a beaded or a segment of rope, open side with plastic beads. I use it for most of the show. It's a little easier for everyone to see. It goes fast enough to do most of the tricks that I do, and it also holds its shape pretty well. By holding its shape, I mean that it doesn't tangle up that easily. So when we do a trick, let's say with this rope. This rope holds its shape really nicely. Now we take this beaded rope, make it a little longer. We have a traveling or partner jumping rope. In order for you to do that, I'm going to need some volunteers who'd like to come up and try some jumping. Now, if we're at your library, every hand would be up. I see about 4, if that's a possibility. This is all you have to do. All right.
We're jumping.
All right. Awesome. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get in a straight line, maybe even with me right now, so a little bit. And we'll spread out double arm span apart from each other. Good. Arms down, please. Next thing we're going to do is practice jumping at the same time. So when I say and, we're all going to bend our knees. When I say jump, everybody will be up in the air. Also need you to keep your arms either here or here, just not out to the side out. So arms in, feet together. Let's practice. And jump, and jump, and jump. Awesome. What I'm going to try to do is travel down the line and jump with everyone. That's what we call it traveling. Stay right where you're at. You don't have to watch me. You don't have to watch the rope. Keep your eyes on the audience. But when I say jump, everybody squeeze up in the air. Yeah. And jump, and jump, and jump, and jump, and jump, and jump. So we've got a good group here. There's lots of different variations. Usually at your library I'll bring up 6 of them. And then some of the variations would be stacking them up 2, 2, and 2. And then if we get that, we go 3 and 3. And then 4 and 2. And if we make that, we try to get all 7 of us over the rope at once.